You said conservative talk radio went crazy. What changed?
Well, obviously, a
We're
lot
talking
changed
Senate.
because before this, I mean, there were 70 bills in Congress and they were working in the bipartisan effort. And suddenly, I mean, it came out that they did not, the conservative farmers said they didn't want to believe in climate change. They had been working on their land for a few generations. They had seen variability in weather all the time, and they said, this is what's different. I mean, climate has always changed without seeing the long-term trends. The education was just not getting to them about long-term trends of what's happening to climate change. And they did not want to see themselves as liberal, did not want to be aligned with EPA or Obama in any way.
Yeah, but they're not talking about climate, they're talking about weather.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
there's a difference.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, which President Trump might learn someday.
That would be where the anti-intellectualism comes in. You go look at the weather, but you have to read a little bit to learn about the climate.
He's not about waiting.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
I'm going to get to the next part.
It's on TV, forget it.
The next part is USDA plant physiologist Jerry Hatfield says the number one question he gets from farmers is how do I handle all the variability in the weather? He says protecting our soil resources is one of the biggest things we need to be doing. It becomes an issue of water availability, which is a huge issue here in Arkansas right now with the Sparta aquifer being depleted in eastern Arkansas. It's
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. What section were you at?
right now I'm on.
I'm interested in what you're going to emphasize. in the
What I'm
rest of
going to
the book.
emphasize now is this is what farmers need to do and what they're already doing. Okay, and I can't talk anymore. I'm going to lose my
And
voice.
it's what section?
I'm sorry.
And it's what section?
This is, we're getting into thinking of ways to
Okay.
adapt, and I'm going to ask Art to be.
Wait a minute, Malcolm hasn't had a chance yet, and you haven't had a chance.
Okay, so be 23. 23.
Thinking ways to adapt. Ohio farmer Fred Yoder
Oh,
has
wait a minute, this one.
been, am I doing right now?
I want you to read in a different line, because
Okay.
that one is not been as. Okay.
23?
Yeah, thinking
Let's
of
follow
ways
the
to
story.
adapt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Ohio farmer Fred Yoder has been no-till for 15 years and feels tilling the ground does long-term damage to the soil. Some farmers go back to tilling after heavy rains to dry out the ground. He says farmers see differences in the climate from years ago, but when you mention climate change to farmers, they get a little skittish. If you frame it in a way to talk about weather pattern changes or changes on their farm, they are very much in agreement. So a lot depends on how you frame it.
Which is a hugely important point in communicating with farmers.
Water use and soil carbon. Hatfield says the point in terms of soil carbon is we have got to look at it from water holding capacity. The National Climate Assessment said the U.S. would see more consistent production declines by mid-century. C, some farmers are adapting by buying larger equipment because they may have a shorter window in which to plant and harvest. The Corn Belt for 2030 could see losses from 1.1 billion to 4.1 billion annually, but the risks are unclear, with crop farmers across the country seeing losses of up to 4.5 billion or net gains of 2.1 billion.
Now let's skip to 25.
We're talking about dollars there, right? I mean, there's not,
Yeah.
it's not specified.
See losses.
Talking about
Yeah.
dollars or maybe.
Yeah, dollars,
dollars.
right.
Yes, a lot of numbers.
It's, because it's not really clear whether they're gonna gain money or lose money, because in the midsection, like Minnesota had a really big boom, because their area was suddenly really much better for growing, and while the South was losing huge amounts of money because they from drought.
But that's weather again.
Yeah, that's weather again,
They
right?
need a farmer too.
Well, it is climate though, I mean, it's not only weather, it's also climate, because Minnesota was warming up. And it was the long-term trend, and people were seeing longer and more severe droughts.
Yes.
Or moving north.
Yeah, from things moving north. Livestock was also moving north. There were huge losses in cows, dairy cows, and also meat, steer, both from drought and from freezing.
Shelley, before you break up, can I ask you a question about something I know you know about that keeps coming up in this? And that's cap and trade. It's apparently been somewhat successful in the past. It didn't, not as successful as it should be. It kept failing, but it kept partly succeeding too, and it's been going for a long time. So it's been partly successful, but there's really been no legislative success at all on carbon taxes. What difference? Is there a reason?
No, I mean, the early legislative attempts were all cap and trade. I mean, they wanted a capitalistic system, they wanted a market-oriented system, and they tried cap and trade, couldn't get it through. The last 4 years, every year there have been 4 bills for a carbon fee and dividend, at least 4 bills, but they're all coming from Democratic sponsors, and they have not gotten out of committee. Now, as we know, there is a conservative group of business leaders, including George Schultz and Tom Steyer and Tom Walton and anyway, I've forgotten all the names of the people. These 8 conservative economists have come out with a carbon fee and dividend, which is very, very similar to the citizen climate lobby carbon fee and dividend. But they have not had a lot of traction either. But we do have in Congress now 62 members of the House, half of them Republican and half of them Democrat, called the Bipartisan Climate Solutions Caucus, and they are working on climate change action issues. So something is happening. They began beginning of last year, I believe there were 18, and now it's grown to 62. You can only join if 1 Democrat and 1 Republican join. So something is happening toward action on climate in the Senate, I mean in the House again.
Has the point been made that the carbon tax is really more market-oriented than cap and trade is, Rob?
Yes, it is, but the problem is the T word.
Tax, yeah.
Yeah, the T word
But it's
is
very
anathema to conservatives.
It's asking them to pay their costs, that's all.
Right,
I mean, that's
absolutely, that's
the
true.
idea.
But the T word is what's the obstacle.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And cap and trade gets to finesse
I
that.
think you're right, yeah.
One of the predictions of the climate change community is that weather will become more variable. That is a real problem for the farm community. I mean, there's some that there were 4 or 5 decades in the middle of the 20th century where climate, the weather was not variable, and it resulted in really good conditions for farmers. Well, that period is over. I mean, we're looking at a time when there will be incredible weather extremes.
The extreme we're seeing now on the East Coast is probably due to global warming.
Yeah.
Arctic air has been pushed out of the Arctic by
Yeah.
warming, extreme warming in the Arctic.
Right. And look what happened to Houston. I mean, just ask somebody from Houston about climate change.
Now, Reed, what is his name? This is just one
Oh,
thing.
good.
One thing I wanted to get.
You guys get a chance.
Obviously, we can't get into, I knew we couldn't do all of this, but I just wanted you to have some history of the legislation. And I did send everybody this synopsis, so if you want to go
It's a
over
nice summary.
more. Yeah, so we can't expect any government policy, but there are incentivizations for action. So you want to read 26, what is sustainability?
What is sustainability? A, we lack a cohesive government policy to encourage farmers or the agricultural supply chain to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But corporate America is in a marketing battle to demonstrate sound environmental practices. The debate continues about Walmart's impact on small towns and cities, but its corporate sustainability goals could place more demands on food companies, meat packers, grain and oilseed processors and farmers and ranchers to reduce energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. Sustainability is good for business. Better if trucks spend less on gas, and if the farmer spends less on water for a product the business is buying. Walmart eliminated palm oil from all private label food products by 2015. It is working with suppliers and co-ops to reduce 11 million metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions on 24 million acres by 2020, and to reduce nitrous oxide emissions from fertilizer for corn production. Bully for them. C, the Environmental Defense Fund is working with farm supply companies to improve soil health and fertilizer practices on crop acres, to reduce nutrient loadings in the Mississippi River watershed and Gulf of Mexico by 45%. Unilever pledged to source soy weeds in the U.S. by using a sustainability standard by 2017. Coke and PepsiCo have made their own efforts about farming practices. D, there is no national standard of sustainability at this time. Sustainability is really about keeping the system going.
Okay, let's go down a little bit. We were talking about the carbon tax, which is, let's see, information. A lot of this, like I said earlier, the climate smart agriculture that's being promoted by these big companies, they are not really changing their policies that are causing the problems in the first place, but they are paying lip service to what they're trying to do to impress consumers. No, it's not moving for me. Okay, I'll read this part. A carbon tax.
What section?
41.
I'm assuming you recommend this section?
Yeah, because I'm interested in the carbon tax.
It's called?
There we go. Like, when I get this to move, it's called a carbon tax. Why can't I get this? Oh, shoot.
But Terry, do you think that anyone thinks that fee doesn't mean a tax?
No. But at least it doesn't use the word.
Maybe it'd be better to stick with fee. I really like using the
He
honest
talks
word.
about labeling too, about the big problem with labeling. Because he's actually not totally against GMOs. He sort of emphasized that in the United States we have a little bit of
There you go.
carbon tax. He said that in the United States we have the infrastructure and enough wealth to consider these things, but in other countries that are dealing with like wheat rust, that is just threatening mass starvation, that GMOs could have a part in that. It's a huge issue that needs to be talked about. A carbon tax. Most economists declare carbon tax. I can't read.
Carbon tax. Most economists declare carbon taxes as the most efficient way to reduce emissions. Democratic senators have championed legislation setting the cost of carbon at $45 a ton, which could cut emissions more than 40% by 2045 compared to farm levels. Most farmers would be exempted for the larger livestock operations with more than 25,000 tons of emissions. Yes, an actual cow tax. Does that make sense?
An actual cow tax, yes, they're saying that actually if it were a larger livestock operation with more than 25,000 tons of emissions, they actually might tax it.
Second, farmers could face higher input costs while not making any offsetting income. A cap and trade allowing businesses to pay for those practices could A, sequester carbon, B, improve water hydrology, C, build resiliency in a forestry, rangeland, or cropping system on a piece of ground. D, at $45 a ton, there might be an incredible amount of interest in paying for long-term ecosystem services that translate into multiple on-the-ground benefits. Third, 10 companies organized by series are coming together to work on resilient cropping systems in the developing world, more energy efficient shipping, more use of renewable energies, and sustainability. The companies are General Mills, Kellogg, Nestle, Unilever, Danone, Dairy, something, Storyfield Farm, Mars Incorporated, Ben & Jerry's, Cliff Bar, and New Belgium Brewing. I like that one.
Here's a little bit about so Dow Slater, 66% of corn growers said they believe climate change was occurring, but just 8% believe it's anthropogenic. 31% of farmers said there was not enough evidence to show whether climate change was occurring. The discrepancy of views makes it hard to talk to farmers about ways to mitigate climate change. And he ends by saying, you know, what farmers are already doing, they could be our heroes, and that's what we're going on now. That's why we're having this forum. Everybody would be welcome to come. It's February 17th. We're going to be having Guy Ames talking, representing fruit growing, and like I said, Mark Israel, and a research assistant, Kusana Subochada, who has been working on measuring methane in rice production for the last 3 years. She's a doctoral student.
February 14th?
February 17th.
17th.
And also Sarah Brown from Heifer International, who is working on poverty issues and getting food to people. So we think it should be a really good forum, and we'll all come, and thank you for babysitting.
One thing I would like to mention before people go is that I actually brought a petition related to these issues that I'd be super grateful if everybody could sign before they leave. I'm with Mighty Earth. Did any of you all meet Jesse Waxman over the past few months?
You work with Desi. Are you the new leader for that?
Will you pass it around so we can get it done and leave it?
Absolutely, yeah. So I came to do Jesse Waxman's former job, and we're now targeting Whole Foods to get them to target Tyson to use more sustainable grains in their supply chain to reduce the fertilizer usage.
Shall I start?
Absolutely.
Is this a different petition? I signed one for Jesse.
Yeah, this is a new one actually,
Okay.
targeting Whole Foods to target Tyson.
This goes to Whole Foods.
Yeah. So yeah, name, address, phone, and
Wait, they're
email
doing
on
the
the site.
cleanup business out there, maybe those are some of the petition.
Thank you all for coming and for your comments.
for your work.
Thanks for doing it. That was a heck of a book to try to cover.
I knew he would do it.
Scattered a little bit, it's got so much.
Well, it wasn't,
but it's all.
it wasn't a finished book. It was a journal.
It was his journal. It was like big, and it was just so much information.
We quite realize that.
Yeah, I have another one.
Yeah, I'll say it was
Wasn't original.
I see what you mean, yeah.
What he said about local people, if they could grow as large as
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing it as fast as I can here.
I I just read that in the paper.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he said much about
Good idea. Well, I still have to.
Yeah, I remember him.
I know, and then what's really what is when they leave.
I had a hard time bringing that book
But
back
actually,
because
there's nothing there, but it
so well
still takes up space.
It does. It
does. You know,
just sort of published his journal on Amazon.
One comment about this drawdown conference. I'm going to be giving one presentation in the morning and one in the afternoon at this conference. So, and it'll be about, my presentations will be about solar, basically.
especially now that they've gotten to use.
When are you presenting? To this?
Yes.
All right. I got one of those, Terry, so I'll get it.
In Little Rock.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll tell my daughter.
That's the same month we're going to meet at my house for this forum. So,
Oh, it's here.
Right here, sorry. Fayetteville Public Library boardroom.
Here we go, Joyce. Okay, thanks. What about?
In March.
14?
March, it's going to be at my house.
Okay, in March.
Where's the 17th?
February 17th,
I-
where's that?
That'll be here.
Call me and wake me up.
Yeah.
What was that?
Just don't call me and wake me up.
Sure. What time do you usually go to sleep?
Whenever I want.
Let's see.
Well, they called several calls from different people last time and saying that. So, basically saying.
And I don't know whether I like people coming to our meetings in a hoodie. Do you? There's something suspicious about it.
There's something about not having you here that makes you wear a hoodie to bed in this weather.
So you just got to learn how to comb your hair in a certain artistic
No,
way.
no. Trump's got the control of that.
Yeah, he does. Is any of that real?
I doubt it.
It's too late, isn't it?
I bet it is.
Takes a while